Have you ever had somebody ask you that question? Who are you? Probably the scariest, most confusing question that anyone has ever asked me is, who are you? I don't even know. Most of my life, I've had some sort of depression.
Oh, you didn't have to worry about that. I didn't have any. You're a pretty good guy.
A very dear friend of mine, Lauren, said, "Are you going to go down and see your mom?" I had never thought of that.
I wish you a lot of luck, and I hope to see you again.
Just sitting here, it's just not doing it. And if you're just plugging along like most of us are you really living? I know why I'm here. I have 3 kids, Mike, Matt, and Danny. And I had a part to play in their being here, obviously. And they are 3 kids who are great kids. I'm very proud of them. They've always made me proud when they were little and even now. Anything you gotta say, because I'm taking off?
No, just, I was going to say hurry back, but don't. I want you to be successful in your trip.
My adventure.
Adventure, whatever, trip adventure.
It's been a real lot of fun, Ed. I've enjoyed myself, and you're a good friend. And I hope you keep yourself safe, and I hope you have a great time on your adventure. You got a lot of people that are going to miss you.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
I wish you weren't going, but I wish you fun.
I got 3 silver linings to this dark cloud. Not a problem. Easy trade-off. Mike, Matt, and Danny. Mike, Matt, and Danny. I love you, Mike, Matt, and Danny. My eldest son is 25. When he was about 13, I had the 3 of them at a Denny's. And that was back when you could still smoke in the back room of the Denny's. And he was anti-smoking, and he looked at me and he said, "Dad, do you wish that you never started smoking?" And I had never really given it much thought, but I just told him, I said, "Well, you know, everything happens for a reason." And all of a sudden, this flow of, if I had never started smoking cigarettes, I would have never started hanging around with that crowd. You know, that crowd. The people who smoke cigarettes probably smoke pot and drink beer. And by not hanging around with them, I wouldn't have started smoking pot and drinking beer. And by not starting smoking pot and drinking beer, I never would have, you know, progressed into being an alcoholic who had some problems. And if I had never progressed into that, I would have never thought, geez, I need to stop. And if I would have never got to that point, I never would have asked somebody in AA to help me. And if I had never gone to an AA meeting, I wouldn't have been turned on to this one job that was in that town that I actually went to go work for. And if I hadn't worked there around the fall of that year, I wouldn't have been told about the possibility of working at the Bartlett J.C. Spook House. And if I hadn't gone there and worked at the Bartlett J.C. Spook House, I wouldn't have met this girl who was a couple years younger than me, who was kind of cute, and I wound up getting married to her, and well, engaged first, and then married, and then having 3 kids. So if I had never started smoking, I would have never had my kids. So probably one of the worst decisions I ever made. Wasn't really all that bad because it turned out okay.